Hi, it's Roni and welcome to my channel and the Mixed Media Frenzy. That's where we all take the same sketch or layout, and today it is a layout, and use it for inspiration to create our own. And this is the layout, and it's from scrapbook.com, but I didn't find no link. If I find one before the video goes up, I will put it down there below per usual. And I'm scrapping that picture of my grandson, Jake. And again, I was showing the layout, but it is up in the upper left-hand corner. I pulled out mostly Cool Kid by Crate Paper, but I did get a couple of other things in there. But I'm not going to use them, so it will all be Crate Paper, except for the paper itself that I'm using. Not all of it's going to be it. I pulled out my circle cutter because I'm not that great at making a circle, but now I'm kind of brushing over the line that it made me using it and blending it all in so you can't tell. I used something to cheat on my circle with. I didn't want to use pink, however, this is barn door, and I wanted it light. I didn't want it very dark, so I'm doing the darkest part over on that piece of paper. But it's still going to practically look, well, it is. It does look pink. So I can think I was using barn door, but yeah, if anybody looks at that, they will say pink. I also got two different blues. One is a distress, and I got me a couple of distress oxides, so the other one's an oxide. But they ended up looking so much alike. I mean, so much. One was peacock feathers, and the oxide one's broken china. And I had to buy me a re-inker for my rusty hinge because, autumn's coming up and I wanted to be prepared, and that ink pad is getting so dry. So I decided that I was going to pull out the watercolors to go with this for my droplets. And the thing is, I should have kept them out. See those little white things on the side, those die cuts? Yeah, I got to paint them still, and some wood veneer. But instead, I only do it as I remember it. Yeah, I'll see those white parts first, so I'll get them and then I'll get the wood veneer. And I'll have to clean my brush each time. If I'd been thinking ahead, but no, I wasn't. um, the die cuts that I use, you will see me use the whole picture wheel. I don't know if you can tell it or not from the video, but there is one side cut straight. Like if I cut it in half, I would have part of that showing, and rather than have that, I'm just going to go ahead and stick the whole thing on here. And there's the wood veneer. It is a Cool Kid wood veneer, and I'm going to use the three top ones, and I'm going to use, well, the three colors that I used in the rainbow thingy circle. Yeah, I'm going to use those three colors, even though I have four there. You just really can't tell it. And the paint that I'm using, well, I said I used Barn Red for the inking around in the circle. There is a red there that's darker. I've used it before, so I decided I'd use it on my wood veneer to kind of go more with what my layout is. But I think they look more on the red side than the pink side once I get them on the wood veneer, which is what I wanted it to do on the paper. I start out using my inspiration as a scrap lift, but see, I'm adding that picture wheel. There is not one in the inspiration layout, but then I'm going to add the die cut. It's not in there either. And yeah, I just added more and more. You know how it is. I like more, so I added more. And I'm going to cut my die cut in half and put half on top, half on the bottom. My original plan was stick it in on the side, but I got my photo too far over and my rainbow rings too far over. So yeah, I cut it in half and had part go at the top and part at the bottom. And I wasn't worried about getting it nice and straight. It kind of warped a little bit anyway when I painted it. So I just decided that whatever glued down, wherever it glued down, I was going to go with it. And I like that color. I was looking at the blue in his shirt and wanting more blue, but that color goes with the paper behind his photo more, so I went with it instead. The little car, I put it down there at the bottom because at this age, well, from the time he was about 2 to probably 10, he had matchbox cars. Yeah, he had them in his pocket no matter what. So I put the little car down there because and the word rad. And I'm using the cool kid up there. And oh, you will see yellow stars from that sticker sheet. You will see that. Those go on there, but I'll take them all off but one because I decided I didn't want the two down there by the car and the rad. Yeah, there, that one there, and then the next one. Those two are going to come off. And I'm going to use the paper ones. Behind his photo is a yellow one, yellow, and it's stars, little teeny tiny stars. You probably cannot tell it in your video, but I thought, oh well, I'm going to make my stars with stars upon stars. And so I punched out of the paper, and then I'm going to go hunting for a couple pieces of scrap for it. And that sheet is not Cool Kid. It was, I believe, School Rules, and it was in my little scrap thing. I'll clean up, put everything away, and then find one that I missed, little pieces, not big stuff usually. If it's big stuff, I put it in the iris container and then I miss it and don't know where it's at until I pull the iris container out again. But my first thought on doing the layout was to stay right in the circle. That was my plan. But I kept looking up at that corner and thinking it was empty. And I will leave the bottom empty. I managed to do that. I couldn't decide what to put down there, so yeah, the bottom stayed empty. But I did throw a little cluster up there at the top. I wanted to use the little dude, and I was looking around my layout trying to decide where to put it. And I thought, well, that wood circle with the lightning bolt thing on it, if I pull it up, I could probably put it there. And then I just decided to put it up in that left-hand corner instead, since I did have the paper that would match in my scrap pieces. And that little dude was sticky too. I put glue on it, but it was pretty sticky. I don't know if it would have stayed later, but I did put liquid glue behind all the little puffy shapes. And sometimes my little stars didn't come out completely, so you will see me tuck them under stuff or all the way to the edge like I did that one star, just so I could go ahead and use them. I think that's the cutest paper. I mean, I love paper. I mean, that's why I scrapbook. But that one's one of my favorites. And even with little tiny stars. But look, there, I'm finished my layout. So if you look down there below, you'll see the other gals that are doing the Mixed Media Frenzy. And you can hop on over there and see what they did with today's layout. Plus, there's the mini Mixed Media Frenzy Facebook group. There will be a link down there below for it. And you can see what anybody else does with the same sketch. And you can also do the same, well, layout. You can scrapbook the same layout and post in there so we can see what you created. But if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But yeah, there's the one star I left that was a puffy star. And I really liked it there. And I thought, nope, don't move it. You like it. The other two were okay, kind of wishy-washy. But since I replaced them with the paper ones, I like that pretty good. And it entered my mind, yeah, it did, that if I took the teal colored one off and put a paper one there, I might like that pretty good too. So I just went ahead and went with my instincts and left it there. And I also added 3 different points for the red to go with the red in the background. Hopefully, I was hoping it'd make it look more red. But I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.